Storytime. I didn't want this. This is a story I've never told anyone, and I still can't believe I let this happen. There was a girl, Emily, who I couldn't get out of my mind. At first, I admired her from a distance, convinced it was harmless, but it grew into something I never wanted. Emily was everything I wasn't. She was confident, outgoing, and always the center of attention. I was the quiet, introverted girl who often went unnoticed. My obsession with her began innocently enough. I followed her on social media, liking and commenting on her posts, as if that would make her notice me. Then, I started to seek her out in real life. I'd show up at places I knew she'd be, telling myself it was just a coincidence. I'd listen to her conversations, trying to absorb every word she said, as if I could somehow become more like her. My friends noticed the change in me, and they were concerned. They told me I was becoming too obsessed, but I couldn't stop. Emily was all I thought about, day and night. I began dressing like her, copying her hairstyles, and even started copying her interests and hobbies. But it wasn't enough to just be like her. I wanted to be her. One night, I saw Emily at a party, and I felt like it was meant to be. I'd been obsessing over her for so long, and I couldn't hold back any longer. I went up to her, and we talked. She was friendly, and for a moment, it felt like a dream come true. But the more we talked, I could tell she was getting uncomfortable. She told me she had to use the bathroom, but I knew it was just to get away from me. Panic set in. I couldn't lose her. I followed her to the bathroom, and begged her not to leave. I couldn't believe it, but when she looked at me, her eyes were filled with fear. That's when I felt it. An anger I've never experienced came flying out of me, and I hit her. It's impossible to describe, but she was so beautiful laying on the bathroom floor, and I knew I could never lose her. The good thing about being a girl, no one suspected a thing as I carried her to my car. Emily still looks at me with fear in her eyes, but I think one day we can be best friends. I know we're meant for each other, and I know one day she'll see it. Until then, I'll keep her safe and close even though I didn't want this.